Hello, welcome to Sunday Chat with Nick. Hello, everybody. Beautiful day. Beautiful day today. This is natural lighting right here. Okay, natural lighting in this room and gorgeous day. This is like the best of time to live in Sarasota, Florida. Hello, Space Boy Jordan. How you doing? When it's nice and cool at night, and then it's nice and sunny, and it's like low 80s, upper 70s, and not humid. Late October, early November through late Valentine's Day are like the best 4 months in Florida. Love it, love it, love it. I highly suggest people to visit Florida during these 4 months because you would not go home complaining that it is too hot, too humid. Not right now. Nobody should be complaining about Sarasota, Florida weather right now. Happy Halloween, everybody. Monday. Halloween on a Monday. And surprisingly, my son is saying that he's not interested in going trick or treat this year. He might change his mind. He might change his mind tomorrow after school. It's a school day, school night. Um, he has two new neighbor. A neighbor moved in about 6 months ago, and they have two young boys, both younger than Anthony. And this will be their first Halloween in the neighborhood, and they might uh, entice Anthony to go Halloween trick or treating with them on Monday. So we will see. Right now, Anthony is saying, "I'm staying home with Dad to give out the candy. I'm not interested in dressing up." He has to dress. He has to dress up for school on Monday already. His school, they have this little dress up thing for Halloween, as well as a book report. He's doing a book report about a vampire. So he's gonna have his vampire with the teeth and the black, uh, what do you call that? What the vampire, a cape? Not, it's not a cape, but a black something. And I'm gonna try to make his hair a little slick for the vampire. But so he's gonna dress up like that for most of the school day. And he's like, when I get home, I don't feel like going trick or treating. So we will see. But happy Halloween, everybody. In my neighborhood, I rarely get more than 5 or 6 kids. Okay, rarely. But for those that watch my, I might do a video. I might do a video like a vlog for those that watch. I did a couple of vlog on Sarasota this past months or so, and I might do a vlog of my neighborhood because on my street it's dead. Okay, you get maybe half a dozen kids. We live here now for 6 years. Comic and stuff. How you doing, Jose? Um, let's see. On my street, I get maybe half a dozen, but people from the entire town will drive to this neighborhood to do trick or treat a few street, uh, 4th Street away from me. There's a fancy neighborhood. There are 3 street that literally hundreds, if not thousands, of kids will go trick or treating, and it's the party. The neighborhood even hire like a horse carriage thing, and it's insane. It's insane. It's a crazy party. So I might take the camera down there. I'm just not sure how I can do it because I think I can because most kids will have costume and mask on, so I don't feel weird videotaping strangers, and you know unless the parents horrified that some grown man like this is videotaping their children. So I will have to see. I would love to show people what the crazy time in my neighborhood as far as trick or treating, but I'm not sure that would be a thing I can do. Might be too creepy for some parents. So, Bookum Dano, how you doing? Okay, so enough with Halloween. Let's see. I did a movie review that I will load tomorrow. I saw Deepwater Horizon yesterday. Finally saw it at the cheap theater. For a lot of movies, I wait until it comes to the $2 theater instead of paying 8 or 10 or 11 or whatever it is. If it's a movie like Deepwater Horizon, something that I want to see, I can wait 2 or 3 months and watch it for $2. A good movie. For those that haven't seen it, if you can watch it for cheap, why not, right? Why not? What else is on the news? There's still continuing good buzz about Doctor Strange. So that's, sure, by now I have seen some awesome review, some decent review. I have yet to hear anybody say they hate it. But I have seen enough review of Doctor Strange that said that the movie was not great, as some other people have claimed it to be. Some people have claimed that this is their favorite Marvel movie, and that's fine. It's nothing wrong with have different tastes. Like if somebody think that Doctor Strange is the best movie that Marvel have put out, so be it. I mean, I don't think that that person is right or wrong. He's right in his own mind. I can't say enough about how whenever there is a different opinion, I have to remind myself that it's okay for someone to have a different opinion than mine. Okay. And I would like to remind other people that my opinion is okay to be different than theirs, and vice versa. It's a human thing. It's a human thing to hear or see something that we disagree and automatically think that invalidate our opinion somehow, just because I like a movie and you don't like a movie. Your dislike of that movie does not disqualify my opinion on the movie. How I feel about a movie is my own feeling. I have to remind myself of that constantly whenever I talk to strangers, because I have been told I'm way too opinionated, which I don't understand. My wife teases me all the time that I'm way too opinionated, and I'm like, if you're living, you should have an opinion. How can you go on living without opinions? It's so the term too opinionated is, I don't get it. I laugh whenever somebody criticizes me as being too opinionated, but at the same time, I'm just like, how does one go through life without having opinions? Unless you want to be a monkey and just do everything based on what other people do. Monkey see, monkey do, then you don't have opinion. Otherwise, you should have opinions. It's okay to have your own opinions, right? On the TV front, been too busy catching up since my vacation last week. I'm trying to put together a video of the vacation last week, and man, I have the utmost respect for people for YouTubers that make vlog video, that do a lot of editing. For most of us. Alex, the comic hoarder, good morning. Negan is crazy. Yes, Alex, Negan is one bad mofo. Okay, he's not just a mofo, he's a bad mofo. When it comes down to us YouTubers, us comic community YouTubers, we make very simple videos, extremely simple for the most part. There are some very talented people in this community that make really fancy, cool, high production value video. Hello, Dave. But for most of us, we just sit in front of the camera and talk. So we don't do a lot of fancy editing, cutting, interlacing music or graphics, all that stuff. We don't, for the most part. Most of us don't do that. So for me to try to edit a vacation video, I think I shot like maybe an hour and a half worth of clips, and maybe between an hour and a half. Okay, no more. But trying to somehow edit that 1 hour or so into like a 15 or 20-minute clips is daunting. Daunting. Oh, of course, the wife is hassling me into getting it done so that she can show it to her friends. I'm just like, oh, it's a hassle. It is, Jose. It's time consuming. Just even loading the damn video from the camera into my computer, that takes seem like an hour or longer. Feel like all night. I mean, I'm loading 15 different videos. Each video is anywhere from 5 minutes to 20 minutes, but now I think all the videos that both my wife and I took that we want to use for the clip is in the computer. So now it's just up to me to figure out how to cut and paste and insert, but hopefully it will be done sometime next month. Yes, but for those that watch The Walking Dead, let me tell you my feeling. I have mixed feeling about the season premiere of The Walking Dead last week. Yes, Alex, it is daunting. The editing process is daunting. I mean, and I'm too lazy to be fancy. Okay, not that I want to spend the money, but I don't want to buy all the fancy gear to stabilize my camera so it's not shaky cam. So taking the camera in motion, like going for a walk or in public instead of like just sitting it in front of the computer, is a different beast altogether. Trying to shoot, I'm no video expert of any kind. So for me to do a shot of me walking down the street, that's hard enough. On top of trying to not having the camera shaking and being all wonky, pain in the ass. Yes, more skill than I possess also, Dave. But as far as the Walking Dead, the season premiere, oh, it was way, way over the top violent for me. Okay, there's part of me that understand why they did what they did. They want to break Rick down. Okay, in order to break Rick. Rick is a tough mofo. Okay, Rick has been one badass mofo for a long time, and in order for him to break, I think they had to push the envelope to the extreme, beyond my level of comfort. And so I watched the show, but it was probably the most cringe-worthy show of The Walking Dead that I have ever seen, and I do not want to see that show ever again. It's a not that I watch many Walking Dead show more than once. Occasionally, when they have that marathon rerun of The Walking Dead in mid-season, I would let the show run on the background as I work or exercise or whatever it is. So, but for this episode, there is no way in hell I will ever watch that show again. Yes, Alex, I see that you agree with me. Yeah, I had this a lot of discussion with people about the episode. In fact, just last night we went out for dinner, and some people said it was just way too violent, way over the top, and I agree. But I all like I said, I have. That's why I said I have mixed feeling because I think it was way over the top. I think it's way too much, way too gruesome, too violent. But at the same time, I understand that's what they need to do to break down Rick. Oh, hey, how are you, my friend? How are you? Um, Jorge, I think we mentioned the last time. Hello, Nerd Vision. Um, but yes, I think I mentioned last time you were in the chat that some of my friends has seen that Mel Gibson movie, and they said it is a must see. They said it is fantastic, extremely violent. They said that it's one of those tough movie to watch, like Saving Private Ryan kind of tough. And one of my friends said that he actually liked it more than Saving Private Ryan. He said that if he had to pick which is the better movie, he thought that this movie by Mel Gibson is better than Saving Private Ryan. Another friend disagreed, but they both think that it is a must see. And now both of these friends I had that had seen the movie saw Apocalypto with me many years ago, and they love Mel Gibson. They're a huge Mel Gibson fan. As a director as well as an actor, so I'm pretty sure I will be somewhere in the middle, if not loving the movie, because I'm a huge Mel Gibson fan as far as the director. Acting wise, I don't love or hate him. I think he's a fine actor. In some role, he's good. In some role, he's kind of goofy, like those Lethal Weapon 3 and 4. I thought Lethal Weapon 1 and 2 was great. 3 and 4, forgettable. John Noyes, longtime fan, occasional commenter. That's okay, my friend. As long as you watch and enjoy, that's more than I can ask for. Certainly, this is not for everyone. um, let's see. It's Sunday, and my Steelers are not playing this week, a bye week. Thankfully, because it has been painful to watch how poorly they played the last 2 weeks. So having a bye week is a good thing. At least I will enjoy today's football without having to watch any low lights of the Steelers. Vincent, hello, Damien. Damien is in the house, up early in Portland on the West Coast. Nick, I saw a documentary about Batman 1989. I appreciate the innovation and groundbreaking of that first film. It is. That movie is one of Tim Burton's finer production for sure. Hello, Nick from Odin. Odin is here. Odin. Have you taken a look at the current signature auction on Heritage? Some nice stuff there. Yes, I have. I already with Heritage auction. What I do is I go through the auction prior to the auction and put on my watch list of everything I want to recap later. So I already went through it and save up a whole lot of eye candies. So yes, I have. Sleepy Reader say Road Warrior will always be enough to make me love Mel. Yeah. My first movie of Mel Gibson was Mad Max. I think Mad Max. I saw it on VHS. Somebody rented that, and I watched that movie, and I'm just like, oh my god, that's insane. That's like the most violent car action movie I have ever seen. This is back in the mid '80s, and I remember seeing that. And I'm just like, wow. And then I saw Gallipoli. Somebody told me that I should watch Gallipoli, the earlier Mel Gibson World War I movie, and fantastic movie, one of those hidden gem of Australian movie. And I have been a fan of Mel ever since. Heck, who wouldn't like Mel? He might be a little bit crazy, but a wonderful actor and a fantastic director. Does credit card company tell on you what all your eBay buys and sell? Ron Chang asked. My answer is no. The credit card company tell nothing. PayPal will. If you do a certain amount of level of selling, not buying, selling on PayPal, PayPal is required to report to the IRS, I believe. But as far as buying, who cares? Nobody give a damn what you buy, okay? The credit card company, they don't give a damn what you buy, what you sell, no, even what you sell. But if you sell a lot using PayPal, then there might be some tax consequences and they have to report. Reaper is here. Hello, Anthony. How's it going with the potential move to Boston? Let me know if you ever go to Boston to check out the job market and the housing situation. If you ever do, don't be shy to contact me for any kind of pointers that you need. I'm assuming that you don't need anything, but if you need anything like place to live, place to stay for a few days if you visit Boston or whatever, let me know. I lived there for a long time. I still have families there, so I know Boston pretty well. I know all the neighborhoods. The Man Without a Face. I've seen that movie, but I can't recall that movie. Oh, getting old, Jorge. My memory is slipping. Alex, the comic hoarder, said, even if you aren't Christian, Passion of the Christ is an epic movie. I agree. I agree, Alex. I am not. I am agnostic. Okay, if you had to define, if you had to put me into a category, I'm agnostic. But when I saw Passion of the Christ, the movie, my wife is Catholic. Okay, but she's not a devoted Catholic. She's not the type that go to church every Sunday. She go on a special occasion like Christmas, Easter kind of thing. She used to take Anthony with her, but not lately. This year has been like an anomaly. She's not spent a lot of time going to church here and there. But when I saw Passion of the Christ, I was moved. Even I was taken in by the movie and the violence and the sacrifices that the man had to go through. It's like I said, it's the when it comes down to Mel Gibson and portraying that kind of human emotion, I think he is as good as any director out there that can capture that kind of emotion. So amazing movie, no doubt. Dr. Vanchilla is here. Johnny Noyes agreed that The Passion of the Christ is an emotional movie. It is. It is for a non-Christian, non-religion person like me to watch that movie and was completely taken by the story. What more can you say, right? What more can you say? Braveheart was first Mel Gibson I saw. That clone, you are a young man. If Braveheart was your first Mel Gibson, that says a lot about your age. You're definitely not in your 40s or 50s. Sleepy Readers, yes, he did Apocalypto. Uh, I'm pretty sure he may have done one more. Did he do the one that was really goofy and stupid with Jodie Foster recently, like 2 years ago? Or somebody, there was a movie with Jodie Foster. I think a year or 2 years ago that was really bad. I'm not. I wonder if Jodie Foster directed that or Mel Gibson. I did not see. That's one that I did not. I skipped because the premise of that movie looks so. That sounded so stupid, and the review was not very good, and so I skipped that one. The Bounty. Oh, great! Another great. I'm telling you, if you are a Mel Gibson movie, The Bounty with Sir Anthony Hopkins, with all the beautiful half-naked Polynesians running around on the beach. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yes, Anthony, the Beaver. It's, I'm not sure if he directed that one, but I think he was in it, right? With Jodie Foster. The premise sounds so stupid. That's one. I think that might be the only Mel Gibson movie that I did not see. I saw Gringo. I saw everything. I cannot name one movie that I skipped as far as Mel Gibson, but The Beaver. He was great in Bloodfather, Jorge said. Yeah, he was great in Bloodfather. The rest of the cast, the story was okay. Bloodfather, the story, the premise, how the movie unfolded was okay. He was good in the movie as far as acting wise, but from his daughter to the bad guy to the gang, all that stuff. Oh my god! Any other actor beside Mel Gibson would have made that movie unwatchable. He made the movie watchable. His performance in that movie make the movie watchable, but the daughter, the ex-boyfriend, the drug dealer boyfriend. Oh my goodness! Oh, even his neighbors in the trailers park. Oh, everybody was just horrendous, horrendous. Yes, yes, that clone. I am very looking forward to Doctor Strange. We definitely gonna go see it next weekend. Um, I asked my son Anthony already if he want to go see it so that we can make plan to go with him, and he said yes. So it's gonna be a family outing next Saturday, I believe. We tend to go on Saturday noon-ish. Those are the best time to avoid the big crowd instead of like Friday night or Saturday night or Sunday night. So it either gonna be Saturday afternoon or Sunday afternoon. We will do a family review for sure. So hopefully next weekend. Yes, Dr. Von Schiller, one of his rare. I think a few other famous people has bought from Dr. Von Schiller. I think the lead singer from Smashing Pumpkins. I think based on my previous conversation with Dr. Von Schiller. Well, Dave Becker, I have heard from a few from people in Europe, uh, even from yeah, a few people from Europe, a few viewer from Europe have uh, post comments to my videos over the past week, and one of the viewer from Europe even said that this is his or her favorite Marvel Universe movie. So we'll see. Well, Reaper, yeah, the problem with there's always a confusion on pedigree. I might do a video on Slab Talk. I've been thinking about doing one on this particular topic about pedigree and what's required. What is, there's a few things that require to be considered a pedigree. And so I might do a Slap Talk episode talking about pedigree. Okay. Certainly, my collection is not qualified as a pedigree of any sorts. Dave Becker said, the Nick Cage bankrupt comic collector pedigree. Yeah, that's, for a guy that love this hobby, that spent a lot of money buying some incredible books over the years, to see him kind of left the hobby a long time ago due to his horrible financial decisions. It's a shame. It's a shame. And it's a shame. I mean, I like Nicolas Cage for the most part, but my God, have that man done anything decent in the past decade? I'm not sure. I'm not sure he has done anything that I like. I mean, sure, I watched Ghost Rider 1. That was bad, but not horrible. Ghost Rider 2 is just horrendous. Horrendous. Yeah, Ruben Blades. Ruben Blades was also a huge collector. And Ruben Blades has also liquidated everything. From what I gather, he auctioned off his entire collection with Comic Connect. I think a year or two ago, there was a huge run of Golden Age detective and Batman, Superman. From what I can remember, there was a lot of DC, Golden Age DC, from the collection of Ruben Blade that was slab and auctioned off by Comic Connect. So he's also out of the hobby. Sleepy readers, I would have never guessed Blade like comics. You'd be surprised at how many famous people, musicians, like comics. I have been a few famous musicians have subscribed to my channel. They don't post. They don't post publicly at all. I have gotten a few private messages from some of these musicians, and it's fun. It's fun to exchange messages with them, because it's nice to see that famous people watch my channel and enjoy my yapping. And no, I will not divulge who they are. Well, from even George Lucas is a big time collector. There's, like I said, there's a lot of famous big name that collects a lot, more than we care to believe. Because at the end of the day, you think about this: who the heck are paying 6 figures, 7 figures for these big books? Not me. not you, not anybody in this chat room that's gonna fork out $300,000 for anything. But it takes people with deep pocket that can afford these kind of things. So they're all big name, deep pocket peoples. Jorge said, let's see. I believe the Fantastic Four will return to Marvel in the next 2 years. I would not be surprised one bit that the Fantastic Four universe will return to Marvel within the next 2 years. And that would be fantastic, because the Fantastic Four themselves is not a big deal, not anymore. But their universe, the villain, Doctor Doom, Galactus, Silver Surfer, the Negative Zone, you name it. There are a zillion things tied into the Fantastic Four universe that Marvel would love to get their grubby hands on. Dr. Von Schiller said, Ruben Blades sold my book. Yes, he did. He sold, I believe he liquidated everything. Well, he liquidated his high price book, like, the early Detective and the early Batman stuff. Maybe he still keep readers around, right? DC, the chat in the comment in the chat room is about DC and the Marvel universe, and I think that DC, it's not too late for DC to make good movies. It's easy to, I shouldn't say it's easy. Okay, what DC should do is do a shift, and they have trying to get away from the dark, gloomy, greedy thing, and what they need to do is find a balance of fun, as some people require, with seriousness, and that's where it's hard. It's hard to be fun with Batman. And I think it's tough to include, say, Batman in the same movie with somebody that's more lighter, like the Flash. The personality clash would not be, would not mesh very well, and I think fan in general are tough on DC for that part. It's just like asking Daredevil, who is gritty, dark, serious, to hang out with the guy from Guardian of the Galaxy, Star-Lord. Would they have anything in common to talk about, and trying to make a movie that somehow fit both of their personality? It's not that easy. I think that's the biggest problem with DC, is the inclusion of Batman in many things, because Batman is dark, gritty, and serious for the most part. When you look at Marvel movie universe, look at the Avengers team. They all are not dark and gritty. They all kind of similar in many ways. That's why they work well as a team, even though they're different enough to have a different dynamic to the team. But I think it's silly to compare, say, Avengers movie and say, oh, Marvel can do an Avengers movie with 6 different characters and they fun. Why can't DC do that? Well, you throw in Batman and everything is a big problem. Just one man opinion. You can differ if you want. Let's see. So many people in the chat room. Kai Waka is here from New Zealand. It must be late in New Zealand. Speaking of DC, would the Time Warner and AT&T merger have any effect on DC? AT&T wants content and the DCU would provide a lot of content. I say no. I say the potential buyout of AT&T and Time Warner wouldn't affect what's going on right now with the DC TV or movie universe. If anything, it solidified that the genre is here on both medium, TV and movie, because AT&T is going after content. Okay, it's content, just like Disney. Content. When it comes down to why anybody would want to invest in media company, whether it's Viacom, Time Warner, Fox, Disney, it's the content. We pay for content. And I think more and more as we shift this composition into business and stock market related, I think content is king. Okay. That's why I think cable TV is in trouble, because cable TV used to give you a huge mess, a hot mess. That's what cable TV was. You pay $80 to $100 and you have 200 channels of garbage. No longer. People would rather pay less to have fewer but good content, a la carte. Speaking of convention, I was invited to a local get together in 2 weeks, the 19th, after my birthday. I might attend and bring my camera. Down here once a year, there's a little get together between the local collectors. It's not a convention. It's usually held at somebody's house. I can have it at my house if I wanted to. I can have it at my house and invite the 25 or 30 people, and many will come and hang out and bring books, and they will have a little booth at my kitchen, and people would buy and sell and trade. But they have that every year for the past 5 years. One year it was at Steve Borock house, the founder of CGC and CBCS now, at his house. That was the first time I went to his house. I went to one of these get together with maybe 20 other collectors. Steve and his girlfriend are gracious enough to provide food and drinks, and many collectors would bring books, long boxes of books to sell and trade. It's fun. So I was invited to one. The one this year is going to be in Tampa. Last year it was in Orlando. A couple years ago it was here in Sarasota at Steve's house. So I might go to that. I might bring my camera just to do a quick. Of course, I will ask for permission if the participants are willing to appear on camera. But if they do, it will be a fun video, because the people that attend this kind of get together are some big time local collectors. You will see a lot of golden age goodness. Okay, yeah, you're not gonna see people trading modern stuff here. It's mostly original arts and golden age and silver age goodness. But you will see graders from CBCS. You will see graders from CGC. It can be a whole bunch of people there. Usually, 20 or so people. So I would do my best to try to make it. I already sent my SVP in, so we will see. The discussion in the chat room right now is about Graham Ingalls covers, the famed authors of EC. This is one of the things I wish Google and YouTube would do differently, is capture the chat along with the video, because they have all this going on in the chat room, the comment and the post are there. I'm always bothered by the fact that all this good discussion are missing later. So anyone that not watching live is missing out on all the fun discussion that is going on during the chat. I wish YouTube would capture that. Unless I'm missing something, unless I'm doing something wrong and not capturing it for later. Strictly Comics, hello. You made it near the end. I still have 15 more minutes to go. Yes, see, Dr. Von Schiller agree with me. It's fun. I mean, half of the fun of the live chat for me is what's going on in the chat room. You know, I try my best to stay on point with the questions, answering some questions, but at the same time, I kind of keep one eye on the topic. And a lot of time, it's a lot of fun stuff, and sometimes it goes too fast for me to keep up. And so I miss out on some questions. I know I see a bunch of questions here. So if I miss out on questions, my apology. I only have 2 eyes. I had to look at the screen. I just can't do both things. Nick, so you will never collect EC comics ever? The answer is most likely not. It is, as I had explained it before, it's a conscious decision for me for many years now to not buy any EC, just because I have enough to chase as far as Marvel and DC and Black and White magazine. I started to chase down Black and White magazine about 5 years ago. And I didn't want to add another thing on my plate. That's one reason. The second reason is EC are not easy to find. Another reason I don't care to add that to my list, because unlike many people who can enjoy EC by buying the reprint in the binder, you know, those omnibus, I'm never a fan of trades or omnibus. Never have been. Same thing with Black and White magazine. I can go out there and buy a set of eerie or creepy, beautiful hardbound books and be done. And can enjoy all the beautiful black and white art inside and be done. But that's just not me. You know, it's the OCD in me want to hold the original magazines if they were published, because I like the feel and the touch and the smell of the pulp of the magazine. I don't care. The reprints are beautiful. I have friends that have those books, and I flip through them and enjoy them, but I just don't want to own them. I'd rather buy even low grade copies of the magazine and enjoy them that way. And Stevens, hello. Anthony Repotate say, I have to have EC in my collection. They were the reason I become a collector. That's all you need to know. Like I said, at the end of the day, as long as you know what you want and you know what makes you happy, that's the best way to collect. Never collect based on what other people love. Okay, I can't stress this enough that there's a problem. It's a human problem that many of us suffer. We see something, we want it without really want it, if you know what I mean. A lot of us are guilty of seeing something that other people show, and then we think that we want something, and most of the time you don't want it. Okay, if you just take a step back and think about it. I do that a lot. You know, whenever I see something and I'm like, "Ooh, that look cool. I want that." And then very quickly I think about it and I said, I don't need it. Okay, that's okay. Not that I don't want it, I don't need it. Yes, you know, at the end of the day, I'm at the stage of my collecting life now that I don't need a lot of stuff. Often, just this past few days, you know, even though my birthday is coming up in 2 weeks, I saw a bunch of stuff, a bunch of amazing black and white magazine, mostly in high grades, things that I would love to have. And then I had to step back and say, I want it. Yes. I want them. Yes. Do I need them? Not really. I love high grade stuff, but do I need to pay 30, 40, 50, or even more for this beautiful black and white magazine? Or would I be happy buying them cheaper on eBay, lower grade for 10, 15, or 20 bucks? I think I'd be happy with the 10, $15 option instead of paying the 40 or $50 for a beautiful high grade book. So it was not easy. Trust me. It was not easy to sit on my hand and say, I don't want to buy them anymore. Reaper asked, Nick, how's your search for the FF5? Not very good. Not very good, my friend. Howler Mouse is here. Hello, Howler Mouse. You are here for the last 10 minutes. Yes, Dr. Von Schiller said that he's cringe at paying $5 or $10, more than $5 or $10 for a book. Yes, I have reached that point. Does that mean I don't pay more than $10 or $20 or $50 for a book? No. If I see a high grade Silver Age books for 30 bucks, you betcha I'm there. But paying $30 for a black and white magazine? No, can't do it. So yes, but like I think Dr. Von Schiller and I are more in the same boat than most people in the chat room, in that we are at the stage of our collecting cycle that we are more of a net seller than net buyer. Okay, a lot of people here are net buyers or pure buyers. There are people here in the chat room that probably buy a lot and sold nothing. Okay, which is fine. If you're there are all kind of collectors. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying that Dr. Von Schiller and I are more of a net seller, because we reached the point where we're just like, every time I buy something, for me now, every time I buy something, I think about the process of selling that later. And that is enough for me to walk away from many potential books. I see a lot of things I can afford. I see a lot of things that I would like to have in my collection, but nothing I need. So I walk away from a lot of potential books because I just don't want to deal with scanning, grading, pricing, listing, selling, packing. Hell no. Casey is here. Hello, Casey. From Chicago. I'm assuming that you are a Chicago Cubs fan. Good luck to you, Casey. This is the first time Casey showed up in one of my chat. For those that are not, Casey doesn't have his channel. He should. Casey, for those that have never seen Casey before, he is a long-time collector, I believe from Chicago. He's a big member over at the CGC forum. Big time Wolverine fan. His screen name is Logan510 over there. It's been a while. I don't go to the CGC forum all that often. Okay. I did buy some magazine at the CGC forum. It's a birthday gift to myself. Some fairly not too expensive books, but that's my recent buy for my birthday. Is 1,000 books is $1,000 for NYX3 worth it? I don't know, Ron Chang. Ron asked that question, and I can tell you, I would avoid that book like a red flag. But that's me. Who knows? Well, that character can be huge, or it could be nothing. Okay, do not go by that character appearing in the next Wolverine movie as a reason to invest in that book. As I mentioned in other live chat, what the heck, how the heck are they gonna tie in that character to the past? The movie Old Man Logan is taking place in the future. How are they going to bring her into the X-Men or X-Force or whatever mutant universe in the movie that is supposed to be in the 80s or the 90s? I don't know. I am more keen to see Fox rebooting the X-Men franchise after the next movie. Okay, they might focus on X-Force and Deadpool, but like it or not, many of the X-Men actors have been in this movie for a long time. They are expensive. You do not have people appearing in 5, 6, 7, 10 movies and not wanting a pay raise. Michael Fassbender, you name it. I don't want to see Magneto in any more X-Men movie either. But we'll see. We'll see how NYX3 will play out after the movies. For all we know, she can make her token appearances and then that's it. The end. So is the public ready to cast away Logan as a character in the movie and fall in love with NYX3? What do you think? I don't think so. And because of that, I cannot recommend people to go and invest their money in NYX3. No, hell no. David Becker is a Cardinal fan. I had loved to see Marvel give the right back as far as the X-Men is concerned. That's Kai Waka said that. Indeed, NYX3 is ridiculously overpriced. It is. It is highly overpriced, and the popularity of that character is nothing. Okay, do not even mistaken that that character is big. It's big and popular among people that want to flip that book and run it. NYX3 is nowhere near the popularity level of anything. Anything. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous for people to think that NYX3 is going to be big. You got to understand the circulation of the books with NYX3 in it right now is not even in the six figures. So it's not, it's big. Like I said, it's big among hardcore fanboy and flippers and speculators. Outside of that segment, into this segment, old man collectors and the movie viewers, the casual movie viewers that don't give a damn about comic books, nobody cares. Nobody cares about NYX3. Let me repeat. Nobody cares. Go ahead and thumb this video down if you disagree. Raz is here. Hello, Raz. My goodness. 24 people in the chat room. And I'm just about ready to make lunch for the family. Let me go down real quick to say thank you and shout out people. I know there's a lot of shout out going on in the community. My apology for not being more active. I try my best. Trust me, I try my best to watch and comment on as many videos as I can. Is Casey still here? Casey's still here. You know, but the longer you here on YouTube, the more people you follow, the more people follow you, the more difficult it is to stay on top of the videos. For me, it is. You know, I mean, I sub to hundreds of people, and it's daunting on a daily basis to log onto YouTube and see 50 new videos, you know, and I am guilty of watching some people more than others because there's only so much time in a day. So if you feel slighted that I don't watch your videos, try to believe that I do my best to watch everyone's video and comments on as many as possible, but it is hard. Before I go, one of my favorite channel that I subscribe to is a food travel channels. Okay, and I follow this channel long before I had my own channel. I commented on many of his videos. I like many of his videos, and for a long time he replied to just about every single comments that I post. But I saw his channel go from 200,000 people to over 600,000 people in the past 5 years. And now it's funny for me to read the comments on his video and see people pissing and moaning, oh, you're too good for me now, you don't reply to my comments anymore, I'm unsubbing you. And I'm like, have you tried? If for the meager channel that I am with 1,500 subscribers and barely 200 or 300 views a day, and I get anywhere from 10 to 20 comments a day that I try my best to reply to, imagine somebody that has 600,000 and 200,000 views a day. If he has 1,000, can anybody reply to 1,000 comments a day? Once you reach that level, it's impossible, on top of the hundreds of negative, insulting comments that I see on his channels on a daily basis. Holy cow. It's a good thing that he just make videos now and post them and just don't comments, don't reply, because there are thousands of comments posted every day and tons of nasty insults. So once he reached that certain level of being famous, that's par with the course. This channel will never get anywhere as big. I don't imagine even getting even 5,000 or 3,000. So don't worry, I will keep doing my best to reply to everyone's post. And that's it. Time for me to run. Raz, when and if you are ready to do the live chat on the Luke Cage TV show, hit me up. Hit up Who Dat. Okay, so Who Dat and I have chatted, and we have agreed for a long time that it's going to be up to you. Whenever you feel up to it, just let us know, and we are ready. Okay. Happy Sunday, everybody. Thank you for tuning in for the 1 hour of Jib Jabs by Nick Vu. Enjoy your football, and I'm gonna go and enjoy lunch and then go outside and shoot some basketball with Anthony, because it's beautiful and nice outside and we don't have to sweat to death shooting hoops. That's my plan, because my team's not playing today, so I can watch football maybe in the afternoon. Bye-bye.